Ambassador Waheedullah, first of all, I, who have had many interesting interviews with you in the past, should say that the people of Albania, the public in Kosovo, and the people of the region are very aware of your great contributions, and they highly appreciate the dynamic role that you have played on behalf of the United Nations for the cause of maintaining peace and security in the Balkan region, particularly your role in Bosnia, Kosovo, and here in Albania. As we know today, the President of the Republic of Albania, Mr. Alfred Mesiu, decorated you on behalf of the state and people of Albania in a gala ceremony at the Presidential Palace in Tirana. We all know that you deserve such a great honor, but why today?
I believe simply because this is the imminent end of the mission of the United Nations Regional Liaison Office here in Albania, and the mandate of myself as the head of the mission here in Albania.
Ambassador, do you know who the UN Secretary General is going to give this responsibility to in the future in Albania, and following your departure from this post?
Well, as I indicated earlier to your first question, perhaps I should make it more clear here that the mission and the mandate of the United Nations Liaison Office, the mission and mandate of the Regional Liaison Office here in Albania, has come to an imminent end. So I believe this means that we have achieved what we were supposed to be achieving here. We did the job that we were supposed to be doing here. And this is the closure and conclusion of the mission rather than a replacement or coming of a successor. So for that reason, I believe that the United Nations Secretary General, Mr. Kofi Annan, would not be worried about appointing any successor so far Albania and the United Nations Regional Office here in Albania is concerned.
Now that your mission and mandate has come to an end, what were, Mr. Ambassador, some of the main aspects of your mission in Albania, and what is it that you believe has changed in Albania that we no longer need the service of the United Nations Regional Liaison Office in Albania?
Well, the mission and mandate of the United Nations Regional Office here in Albania have always had several aspects. First, it has been always to rally the support of Albania behind the United Nations policies, programs and projects here in Albania and in the region in general, and then to ensure that Albania is rallying its support behind the implementation, realization of the United Nations mission in Kosovo, HANMEC, or in other words, the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1244 in Kosovo. So this is basically the first aspect of our mission that we have been busy with. The second aspect of our work here have always been to ensure that from the very inception we are to be sort of to say a direct source and mechanism for providing the first-hand assessments, analysis, information about the situation here, about the major developments in terms of social, economic, political, military, security, if you like, to the United Nations leadership in New York, to the different organs of the United Nations Security Council, included General Assembly and all other relevant bodies, as I said, back in the headquarters in New York, and to make sure that they also benefit from the kind of direct and independent assessments we are making of all the developments here in Albania. The third aspect of our mission has always been to act in a supportive fashion, providing information about all aspects of the United Nations work, projects, and relevant programs here in the region, to all national and local actors in Albania, to some of the players in the region, and then to make sure that they are really kept informed as a source of information and supporting them in that sense. And furthermore, for many years, as you know, that we have worked here, we have always been actively engaged in facilitating the various domains, the strengthening and the consolidation of bilateral relations between Kosovo and Albania. When I say Kosovo, between the United Nations mission in Kosovo and the Republic of Albania, where our headquarters is basically located. These are the very major aspects of our work, and these are the things that we have been busy here for the last 6 years, primarily in Albania. And well, as to the last part of your question, I must say, as to what has changed, that our services are no longer needed here, that's a very question. Many things have significantly changed here in all domains of life, internally, politically, nationally, regionally, internationally, such as the peace and stability here, the economy here, the flourishing of all these different domains of life in terms of stabilization, in terms of democratization, in terms of reforms in all aspects of life. So for the question of Albania's role towards integration, regional peace and security, all these things are quite significant here for Albania in the changes that we think have been quite significant here. For example, you can see that Albania now is one of the prominent, phenomenal players in terms of maintaining peace and security in the region. Albania has taken so many bold and steady steps towards its commitment so far the stabilization and associations with the European Union is concerned. Besides that, I believe that Albania is taking very many significant steps in the directions of Euro-Atlantic structures. Albania is now has proven itself to be a major and effective player in terms of its neighboring countries and the relations that they are developing, particularly the phenomenal roles that Albania has proven to play vis-a-vis the situation in Kosovo and the future status of Kosovo. So see, these are all very significant developments and changes, as you have asked me, that really is shaping, is developing, is flourishing, and is happening. And for that reason, these were the kind of things, if you like, that we were doing in the past, that we now have confidence that the Albanians can stand on their own, manage their own affairs without even our help and intervention. These are the changes that brings about the conclusion in an end, eminent end, or I should rather say a successful end in conclusion to the mission and mandate of the United Nations Regional Liaison Office here in Tirana.